Kick-ass facts. Today we're talking paradoxes. Ba-pew-pew-pew! The Fermi paradox is the apparent contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial life in the universe and the lack of evidence of contact with such civilizations. Named after physicist Enrico Fermi, who famously asked, "Where is everybody?" The paradox highlights the discrepancy between the expected abundance of extraterrestrial civilizations and the absence of observable signs of their existence. Although, given the vast number of stars and potentially habitable planets in the galaxy, the lack of evidence seems paradoxical. The Barber paradox. In a town, in a world. It's not a movie trailer. The barber is defined as the person in town who shaves all of those and only those who do not shave themselves. The paradox arises when one asks, does the barber shave himself? If the barber shaves himself, then according to the definition, he must not shave himself. Conversely, if he does not shave himself, then he must shave himself. The paradox of the unexpected hanging. Picture, if you will. A judge tells a condemned prisoner that he will be hanged at noon on one weekday in the following week, but the execution will be a surprise to the prisoner. The paradox arises when the prisoner, having reflected upon his sentence, draws the conclusion that he will escape from the hanging. His reasoning is several parts. He begins by concluding that the surprise hanging can't be on a Friday, because if he hasn't been hanged by Thursday, there's only one day left. No surprise. He then reasons that the surprise can't be on Thursday either, because Friday has already been eliminated, and if he hasn't been hanged by Wednesday, the hanging must occur on a Thursday, making Thursday not a surprise. By similar reasoning, he concludes that the hanging can also not occur on a Wednesday, Tuesday, or Monday. Joyfully, he retires to his cell, confident that the hanging will not occur at all. The next week, the executioner knocks on the prisoner's door at noon on Wednesday, which was an utter surprise to him. The paradox of choice suggests that while increased choice can give people more freedom and control, it can also lead to anxiety, indecision, and dissatisfaction. When faced with too many options, people may struggle to decide at all. The cognitive load of comparing options can be overwhelming. Even after making a choice, people might feel less satisfied with their decision. They may regret their choice, worried about missed opportunities, or feel less confident about their choice. It's like seeing somebody else's food in a restaurant. In a store with 30 types of jam, shoppers are less likely to make a purchase than in a store with only 6 types. The paradox of tolerance explores whether a tolerant society should tolerate intolerance. If a society is tolerant without limit, its ability to be tolerant will eventually be destroyed by the intolerant. The potential conflict is that to preserve tolerance, society may need to exercise intolerance toward those who propagate intolerance. Should have made this a drinking game. For example, laws around hate speech, inciting violence and discrimination are practical applications of limiting intolerance to preserve a tolerant society. The birthday paradox. In a room of just 23 people, there's a 50% chance that 2 people have the same birthday. The liar paradox. This involves a statement made by a person who says, "I am lying." If the statement is true, then the person is lying, making the statement false. But if the statement is false, then the person is not lying, making the statement true. If this sentence is false is true, then it is false, but the sentence states that it is false, and if it is false, then it must be true, and on and on and on.